Hello, fellow hunters, and welcome back to Call of the Wild. We are going to continue our adventures here in Cuatro Colinas, heading up towards... We've been moving from the south to the north in our Wanderlust series, basically just trying to walk into the wind and go from one side of the map to the other and see what kind of trouble we can get into. I think I just heard something. There's a mating call from a roe deer, but it's going to be on the other side of that hill, and I'm not particularly interested in a roe deer myself, unless we can get like a really easy shot on one. Oh, we might go after that. So let's pull out our rifle. We'll close to within... I feel like my... Let me set my graphics a little bit. Video, let's go down to high. See if that fixes a little better. All right, what do we got here? I feel like the recording software is struggling to... record properly. All right, let's crouch here. Double check. Unfortunately, he's deciding to run right now, so I think we can wait for him to slow down. But we don't want him to get too far away, so there we go. That takes care of him. Double lung shot at least. Maybe a heart shot if it dropped down, because I think he ended up running farther, so... He ended up running pretty far, which means he probably got a little bit out of my zeroing there. So it's entirely possible that it dropped down just into his lung. Might also be the fact that I removed my... It's having to remove my background as well. I have to do that because I have the door open behind me, and the light from behind is really bright. But I have to have my door open right now for various reasons. Alright, let's see here. Got ourselves a nice silver. Alright, so he died really fast because we got, you know, two separate vital organ shots there. But yeah. So anyways, our plan is to head up to this lake over here and then over to this outpost right there. However long that takes is how long it takes. I'm trying to just kind of go around the water stuff here. As for our loadout, we have the Mommer 7mm, the 243 pistol, the shotgun for small stuff, the handgun for small stuff, and the 454 Sunberg for self-defense against anything that might decide it wants to take a bite out of us. So... there isn't really anything on this map that's going to do that, but I just always carry the 454 because I really like the gun, and it's always a good idea to have a self-defense weapon. Especially when you get into like bear country and stuff like that, having something that will quickly take a bear down is just a good idea. What do we got? That's just a bush. That is just a bush. All right, seems like everything, if there's anything next to the lake right now, it's outside of our render distance, so we're just kind of stuck with this the way it is now. I'm going to remove the background removal and see if that improves. See if that improves. Yeah, it seems to. Yeah, it really just doesn't like the background removal. I removed the background just because you can see that I have the door open behind me and it creates this really bright light behind me, which can be very distracting, but I have to have the door open right now. And I kind of just need to get my recordings done, so sorry. All right, we got a Ronda ibex over across the lake there. Got a bunch of them here. Let me stand up a little bit so I can get over the hill. We can take a look at these guys. So, it's all females over here. We've got a male there and another male there. 85, 80. All right, so we're actually going to go after this 85 here. And we're just going to go ahead and, that's what happened. I forgot to zero my weapon again. Damn it. It's a really bad habit I have. Well, that took him out real quick. All right. So we're just gonna double check and make sure there aren't any males. I mean, I know the females score, but I mostly just want to take out the males. This dude is just sitting there. I am not sure why that guy just decided to sit there. I guess he was standing outside of the range that he could hear the rifle go off, and for whatever reason, the other ibex running off did not spook him. So he's just chilling there like nothing's going on. It's perfectly fine with me. Oh, this one's a big one. Man, we're getting all kinds of action today. I'm not really interested in pheasant. We've already got plenty of pheasant. So let's go. Yeah, we got 3 ibex that we took out that all were, you know, males, and I don't have my spreadsheet up, so I don't know what the score range for them was, but you know, I'm not really trophy hunting at this point. If we stumble across something really nice, then so be it. Otherwise, we're just gonna take out any males we find and see what happens. All right, so this guy is gonna be a silver. Got him. So what's the gold for these guys? Oh, they got to be over 90 for that. All right, that's fine. Okay, got him in the back a little bit. Not too great. And then we got this guy here, and then the other one that ran up that way. So let's go check out this guy right here. And all of these are going to be silvers because none of them were in the 90s. But I want to see how we shot them. That was a pretty good shot. Threw a lung into the liver and the stomach. So pretty decent shot there. And then I was able to thread the needle, I guess, to get into a lung for this guy over here. So let's go see how we did with him. All right, we got this guy here. Let's find out how we shot him. So first shot went into his intestines. He did end up bleeding out. Somehow we ended up not getting... I thought he bled out real fast, so I thought we got a nice... shot on him, but I guess not. There's another ibex over here. So within 150 meters, but unfortunately, he's in the trees. So I'm going to flank him this way, because he's going to run. Alright, that takes care of him. Dang, we had another one. Another one with a warning call. Alright, I'm gonna walk. Because within... I mean, he shouldn't be able to hear me that far away, though. Did they change the sound mechanics in this game since the last time I played? Because there's no sniff, there's no smell going off in that direction, so he shouldn't be able to smell me. And walking at over 100 meters, he shouldn't be able to hear me either. So I'm a little confused as to why this guy can hear me or do whatever it is he's doing. I don't see him. Oh, here we go. Alright, that takes care of that. Now, where's the one we shot over here? Off to our right, off in this direction, maybe? Oh, there he is. And the other one's over there. We're just constantly being drawn away from the path of our intended path by all these ibex, and none of them are gold. Oh, got a spine shot. Barely clipped the liver, which is why we got the full score for him, but yeah. And then this guy, we shot... Well, let's get this need zone here. I don't think I have this one. And then we'll run over this way to this need zone. I think this might be a separate need zone for the ibex that was over here. Nope, still the hare. All right, so we'll grab this guy here, find out what he was. I didn't even really get a chance to look at his number. I was too busy looking at his distance. 85. Double lung shot, that's why he went down so quick. Got really lucky with the moving shot there, so I can live with that. That's totally fine. Let's continue around the mountain and see what other kind of trouble we can get into. Got another Ronda ibex fleeing over here somewhere, but it's on the other side of the leaves and stuff, or it might be on the other side of the hill there, so we'll let him go. It's not really worth trying to chase him down or anything. They run pretty fast. Scanning the mountain line over here just to see if there's anything else going on. We got another warning call from an ibex over this way. The wind is not in our favor over there, so we've got enough ibex. Unless we happen to spot one, I'm not going to stalk them down because we've already killed like 3 or 4 in this episode already. So let's just let's move on and see if we can find something else to hunt for today. Alright, we got a couple of female ibex running off in this direction. I'm not really going to waste my time on them, though. They're females and they're small, and I don't want to spook off any males that might be over there, so we'll just go ahead and let them run off. Because if I shoot the female, any males nearby are just going to run away anyway. And we've gotten extremely lucky with our moving shots today. Trust me, I'm not that good. we just gotten really lucky with our shots, so I don't want to keep pushing my luck in that department. We'll move on and try to find something else. We got another Ronda ibex. It's a male fleeing within 100 meters of us. We're up high, so we might actually be able to get a decent shot at it, depending on where it is. Damn it. Well, I screwed that up really bad. You see what I'm saying? Like, I pushed my luck too much with the running shot, with the moving shots. So I told you, I'm not that good. I got real lucky with those other shots. So we're going to be down the mountain for the rest of this. I think I'm going to go ahead. Well, let's just stay up here so we can have the elevation advantage for now. But navigating the terrain up this high can be very difficult, so I don't want to stay up here too long. But being able to shoot down on our targets is going to be pretty nice if we can keep that. For as long as it's easy to stay walking and running and not have to like fight the terrain a lot, I'll stay up here. But for the most part, I don't like walking up on high terrain like this because it's kind of a pain to deal with. Like now we're getting to the difficult part where I can't just walk anymore. So let's we'll scan the valley. Ooh, 111. All right, I don't know if we got a vital hit on him, and I don't even know if 111 is... I mean, we know it's a gold because 91, I think, was the score it said, but yeah. 111 is a good 20 points above the previous, or the gold score, so who knows if that was a diamond. It'd be nice if it is. Interestingly enough, the Ibex decided it was going to drop right next to the tower over here, the unassembled tower over here, so that's kind of interesting. Let's see what we got. We got, oh, he was a gold. We didn't get the vital shot. He was a point off from being a diamond. I really thought that I was going to be able to get that shot into his lung from the top there, but doesn't always work out the way you think it's going to. Oh well, if I had gotten the vital shot and it had actually been a gold trophy animal, but we'd been able to keep that, I probably would have taxed him because that was a really high gold. He was like, his number was within the range of being a diamond, I guess. So I didn't know that at the time. I just kind of took my shot because he started running, and I didn't get a chance to look at anything and try to do any look at my tables or nothing like that. Sometimes that's just how it works. You just got to shoot off the cuff, make an instant decision, and sometimes you just make the wrong one. But it's fine. He was only a gold anyway. His score was only a gold anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, well, we've reached our waypoint of the lake over here, so I've already set my next waypoint over to the outpost on that side of on the side of this lake over here. Looks like we're going to have to walk around the hill and go off in that direction, so got a little bit more walking to do before we're done for the day, but that's okay. Got a little Ronda Ibex female fleeing off in that direction. Funny thing is I just now, right before she ran off, I just looked in that direction, scanning for stuff, and didn't see her at all. Scan the skyline here just to see if anything is highlighting itself. Oh, found ourselves a little meat zone over here. Got to try to find out what it is. I tried to do some scanning in the open areas over there. I mean, you know, I don't know. How did I run within 50 meters of a freaking ibex? It's because it's a female. The females are always super complacent. I'm sure it ran off right after I got that warning call. I'd be super surprised if it's still here. And it's only a female, so Don't really want to waste a bunch of time on it, but all right, we're just gonna go. Oh no. Female. All right, they're running into the clearing here, so I'm gonna see if I can. Guess not. All right, well, we took out this one here. It was just a female. Not even really worried about how I did. It was just kind of an off-the-cuff shot that we took. We are starting to run out of daylight. It is currently 15:07, so we've only got a couple more hours of in-game time before the daylight goes away. And then that's it for the day. Ideally, we should be able to make it to our outpost over here before that happens, assuming we don't like get stopped by a bunch of animals along the way, which obviously is the problem that we want, but, you know. Well, we're getting pretty close to the outpost at this point. I'm not getting the warm fuzzy that we're going to see anything here. I think because we're getting pretty close to 1600 that a lot of the need zones are changing and all of the animals are moving off to their new spots for the evening part of the day. So I'm not exactly hopeful that we're going to come across anything else. Today's episode may have only been just a bunch of Ronda. So yeah. There's that. But that's okay. We got a lot of action in today's hunt, so I am not overly concerned about it. So then we're going to go ahead and call it a day, and tomorrow's episode will be in a new reserve in the morning, so be sure to come back for that. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave... You can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with that thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description if you prefer to go that route, because some people do like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels. So that link is there for your convenience. Before we completely end the... you know what? That's all right. We're just going to go ahead and end it for the day. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for our next hunt, and I'll see you then.